They made sure with a dominant first-half performance, Aubameyang scoring 2 goals himself before setting up Ainsley Maitland-Niles for a towering header at the far post. There were a few concerns in the second half as Rennes came forward as much as they could. They even hit the post, actually, but all in all, Arsenal just about managing to hold out and book their place in the next round.
Absolutely, that's what we needed tonight, and it's we can forget about that week in France last Thursday when we thought hopes were hanging by a thread, but we knew we were strong at home. Coming into the game as well on the back of that win over Manchester United gave everyone a bit of a boost. This is going to give everyone even more of a boost. We've got the draw to look forward to tomorrow. 2.5 weeks until our next game. Job done.
I was going to say 2.5 weeks off now. We head to Dubai. Obviously the draw's being made tomorrow as well. It's a nice feel-good factor. It's been restored again after that win against Manchester United and that win here.
No, absolutely, and I think looking at the bigger picture, the form has been good. Obviously that result in Rennes was a bit of a shock to everyone. But it doesn't matter now. It's a two-legged game, and as bad as it was to lose 3-1 over there, it doesn't matter. It was half-time. We knew that. We gave ourselves a big job to do tonight, but we did it. We stood up to it. Our players performed. Aubameyang scored 2 more goals. So, yeah, it's job done. It's a cup competition. You've just got to get through. We're into the quarterfinals. Let's see who we get.
But like Josh says, job done. We're through into the quarterfinals. To dissect all of that, we're going to head straight back to the studio with Kenzie and our guests.
Thanks, Max. Yeah, we had a job to do and we've done it. Now I'm still joined in the Arsenal Nation Live studio with Adrian Clark and Johnny Cochran, and we're going to jump straight in to the action from the second half and the moment that mattered, which has to be that Kolasinac tackle. Vital sliding block from him. We have a tweet here. What a phenomenal tackle from Kolasinac. Absolutely outstanding. It certainly was. Another one here, Kolasinac with the prime. Kieran Gibbs against West Brom tackle, of course, end of the season a few years ago. And finally, one here, a superb block from Kolasinac to shut down a Rennes attack. That's what it's all about. Putting bodies in the line when required. What a man Kolasinac is. How good was that, Adrian?
It was really good. It was, yeah, if I was to do a breakdown of this game, that would be the flashpoint. That would be the moment when I think Arsenal knew they wouldn't be beaten. Because that was the one chance they had. Didn't really have much of a sniff today tonight, Rennes, but yeah, Kolasinac, the door was ajar and he said, nah, you're not coming through. Sorry, mate. And I love the fact that he fist pumped it and then everyone else was high-fiving him. It was like it was a goal. And it probably was as important as a goal.
Johnny, do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Adrian makes a good point in terms of it being a mental kind of boost. And it's sometimes when you play football, and this doesn't matter what level you're playing at, even if you're playing five-a-side and your mate does a big challenge, you know, which basically says, hold up, we're on this, you know, we're going to win this. And then you start, oh, yeah, we're going to win this, yeah. You know, start getting a bit excited. And that's what is needed. Sometimes someone has to put in a tempo-defining, an attitude-defining display. And if it's a big tackle or a goal, that's what's needed. And Kolasinac stepped up to the plate.
He certainly did. Well, let's take a look at what you've been saying at home now regarding the substitutes for this evening then. Eventually made an impact. Under 2 minutes. That's from Arsenal, Andrew. Thanks for getting in touch. Another one here from Sandra. She says, can't believe how quickly we looked better after those subs. And scored, of course, hashtag Arsenal. And one here from Ralph. Great substitutions by Emery. Arsenal were getting overpowered in the middle. Mickey and Iwobi gave them that energy they needed. Johnny, we kind of spoke about the importance and the key of getting some fresh legs on, and also obviously with a break after tonight's game, it kind of seemed like the sensible thing to do.
There's no need to rest anyone. I mean, everyone's going on holiday for the next couple of weeks. I don't think they will be. This is Bognor Regis. But in general, like, we knew we had a little rest. There was no need to rest any players. Everyone's got to be fully committed to getting us over the line in this competition. You know, when you talk about a squad like Arsenal's, you've got a lot of players who all want to play games. And at the end of the day, if you crash out of competitions, that takes away games. So at the end of the day, not everyone's going to be playing in the league. For these players who are in and around the squad, like the likes of Iwobi and whatnot, you've got to win these games, so you're going to get more games, you know, as the further you progress in the competition. So it was immensely important after a difficult game in a week, and we used our squad. And I thought Ozil looked a bit tired when he was coming off. Laka in the second half didn't look as sharp as in the first half even. So I thought the subs were bang on. Emery played a masterstroke today.
Yeah, no, he did. And Lacazette was walking that tightrope with the yellow. They were trying to get him sent off, weren't they? What happened? Rennes made it bitty. They made it a real stop-start. They were aggressive. And our flow had gone. What we needed was just something different. And Mkhitaryan and Iwobi are good runners with the ball at their feet. And that was the key. It was almost as if, let's pick the ball up a bit deeper and travel with it. And those two guys did it instantly, didn't they? And you can see the difference. It was incredible. From that moment onwards, I think Arsenal knew that they had Rennes where they wanted them. And yeah, credit Emery. He timed it to perfection because we know that he loves a sub, and it must have been killing him to wait and to wait.
Doesn't like to wait that long normally.
No, but he waited for the right moment in the game, and he deserves praise for that.
He absolutely does. The introduction of both Mickey and Iwobi certainly did make all the difference. But there certainly were some scary moments in that second half. Of course, just moments into the second 45, there was that very, very near miss. Of course, he hit the post, it flew past Czech. I think we've got some reaction from you at home. No, I'm sorry, we don't have tweets on that. But of course, a scary moment at the beginning of the second half, and another one came later on. Although they were offside, it did kind of fill us with dread, didn't it? Because we thought, actually, this is not all over here.
Yeah, a couple of post hits. I mean, like you say, the second one was offside anyway, but very narrow. And there was, you know, there was a chance that where he's missed at the near post, should have done better, but that was offside. You know, the simple fact is that we have to be pleased with the way things are. Ultimately, all that mattered was that we went through. There are some, you know, if you're going to nitpick, there are some worrying moments. The fact is, Rennes are not a great team, and there were points in there where you're sitting there going, hold up, you know, are they going to do us here? You know, that's not great.
But on the flip side, we could have 4 or 5. I mean, Aubameyang, great performance from Aubameyang today, probably the man of the match, but, I mean, he should have had a hat-trick, at least. Yeah, I think the other chance that he had, the toe poke, was a bit trickier.
Yeah.
But the one at the end, it's an absolute gimme.
Yeah,
he's missed it, really. So it should have been 4. I don't think Rennes did enough to score a goal here tonight.
Do you know what it was? He was thinking about what superhero mask he was going to grab out that time, and he's fluffed his lines.
Was it Black
Panther? Oh, Wakanda forever. Yeah, we know, guys. We know.
Well, let's get on to that now, because actually, interestingly, of course, everyone at home is absolutely loving that from Aubameyang. It was indeed Black Panther. You can see this tweet here from Callum. The mask is back, and tagging Aubameyang in that as well. Wakanda forever, for anybody who's seen Black Panther, you know what that's all about. Location, Wakanda, and a little ace emoji there as well. And there we go. There he is, Aubameyang, all suited and booted after more or less.
I'll be honest, I've never seen it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
The film is big. You've got to be watching this film. Come on. Aubameyang's going to be the next villain in the next Black Panther.
He's got to be in the sequel, surely.
Yeah, Killmonger's done. They're sending Aubameyang in next time. I'm here to take over Wakanda. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, no, he did a great job. Great to see him get this second goal. So you said he's your man of the match, Adrian. But let's talk about the draw tomorrow. Who do you want to take on in the quarterfinals?
Well, I don't know who's in it. I can't quite think. I know that Chelsea are in it. Don't really want Chelsea, but I'd be quite confident actually if we did get Chelsea over 2 legs. I wouldn't be overly worried about that. Napoli, if they're in it, I think that'd be a challenge for us. But I would imagine the bookmakers will make Arsenal, if not favourites, at least second favourites to win the Europa League. So no one will want to draw us. I think that is the point here. Whoever we get, I think we're capable of beating.
I've just had word that Inter Milan are out,
okay.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, look, Inter have got some good strikers, so that is Icardi, doesn't he, plays for Inter? So I think that's probably good news.
Sevilla into extra time now.
Oh, wow.
So...
Well, maybe it's meant to be Sevilla Arsenal in the final, maybe.
I'd be confident about taking Sevilla. They're not what they once were under Emery. I mean, I think even that hint of, like, you know, kind of negativity that I pumped out a second ago, I mean, I'm really positive that we won, but all I kind of am getting across is this is Rennes, not an amazing team, and as we get further, the quality of opposition is going up. If we show up an away game like we did in the first leg, not only against Rennes but against Barté, we could find ourselves on the end of a thumping. And you can't always keep coming back to your own ground going, oh, we'll win 3-0, 4-0. If you get Napoli here, they're not getting done 4-0. It's not going to happen. So we have to seriously take the games, in our stride and focus for them because...
Well, we've had 2 strikes. A third one and we're probably out, right? I think that's how it works normally, isn't it? So lessons hopefully being learned.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say that people want to put this sort of last week's game certainly to bed. But to be fair, the quarter-final doesn't take place until mid-April, so that gives us time to kind of regroup, the lads can have a rest, and that can surely only do them the world of good.
I would now, having said what I've just said, I would have to say that right now, I think Emery is doing a spot-on job. Like, if he was to say, like, mark my season so far, you'd have to give him, like, I'd give him an A, 100%. I think we're favourites, I've said it already, I think we're favourites for top 3 right now, which was unheard of, 4 weeks ago. It looks like a silly suggestion. Now, we've got an easier run in than Spurs. We've now gone through in our Europa League tie. They've got tough games in the Champions League, all of the other teams. I think we're better than Chelsea, full stop right now, which is lovely. I think that Emery has gone about his task of steadying the ship with Arsenal, getting us playing in a different way, which has not always been glowing, glorious football, but we look much more resilient. We come to play, and we're not going to get bullied anymore. And I'm really excited about what we're seeing in front of our eyes.
We're going to head to the Emirates Tunnel now as we hear from Petr Cech on progressing to the quarter-finals.
If you are meant to go out, we go out with a big performance. That sometimes you have a big performance, you do everything right, you are unlucky, you can go out. And I said, well, this is the only way we're gonna get out. If we are unlucky, we perform. And obviously, when you perform at the level we did today, you know that you have a chance to go through. And we knew as soon as the game started, you could see the way the team played. And fought together, you know that you are giving yourself a chance, and obviously we scored goals in the important times, and as well, we kept the clean sheet, and this is what you need in a game like that.
You mentioned those early goals. Just how crucial were they? Because 15 minutes in, and Rennes' advantage had gone. Well,
that's very important, but this game is about it's a tricky situation as well. You are 2-0 up, you are through. But they just need 1 goal, and they are through. And you know that you have to score the third one regardless. And even at 3-0, you just need 1 goal to go to the extra time. So basically, the 3-1 loss away put us in a very difficult situation, and we knew how to deal with that. And today, as I said, we deserve to everything we got in a game.
Of course, it's a very special season for you in your career. Just how pleased are you to progress and get to the next round? What does it mean to you?
No, it's obviously my dream is going on. So my dream is to retire with the trophy in my hand, and today we give ourselves the chance for me to finish like this. So obviously we are still long way, but with performances like that, obviously we can compete.
I've got to ask you as well, just finally, about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 2 more goals tonight. That mask celebration as well. It looks like he's been planning that for a little while.
Yeah. I think we've been talking about that. That when there's the right occasion for it, he will pull it out. But he could have got his hat-trick, which probably he will be not happy with himself. But to be honest, when you score 2 goals in a crucial time, this is all you need.
Thank you very much.
So good to see just how much it means to Cech. Obviously, such a shame to see him retiring at the end of the season, but what a servant he's been to football and to Arsenal. It's so great, isn't it, guys, to see just how much it means to the players.
Well, yeah, they were very passionate. They were really determined and resilient. It was interesting to hear Petr Cech talking about his dream there, going out in Baku. I talked about it in commentary. The story's there to be written, isn't it? You can see it happening, but you don't always get those fairy tale endings. So it's Arsenal got a lot of work to do to make it happen for him. But yeah, you're beginning to think maybe it's meant to be. What a way that would be for him to bow out
A Chelsea-Arsenal final, maybe, for
Wow,
Petr
that
Cech.
would be even sweeter, wouldn't it? Providing, of course, Arsenal won, it would be horrendous.
Oh, if it's Chelsea-Arsenal, no way I'm starting him. Don't even take the risk.
Sorry, Jack.
Leno, you're in. Get Jay Leno in there. Let's go.
Right, guys, we're going to wrap the show in the same way we always do. I'm going to come to you both for your one-word summary on today's game. Adrian, we'll start with you.
I think this performance was powerful.
Johnny?
I'm just going to go with fantastic, because that's how I'm feeling right now about Arsenal, about Emery's Arsenal. Onwards and upwards. Let's do it.
Certainly. Well, big thank you to both Adrian Clark and Johnny Cochran. Lovely to have you both with us in the studio, as always. Don't forget, the draw is at midday tomorrow, so find out who will be facing in the quarterfinals. That's, of course, mid-April. But we're next in action. It's not for a while. We'll be here at the Emirates to take on Newcastle on April the 1st. You can join us from 7:30 on Arsenal Nation Live. We'll see you then.